Right, let's begin. So lying down, making sure you're comfortable, ready for this nurturing task for the back. So if you think about your lying position, remember all the different ways that I've taught you how to feel comfortable and at ease. Perhaps using a chair to pop on your calves. Or using a block under the hips, under the head. And then just let yourself settle. And we're beginning with that mantra that we did a few weeks ago, maybe I think it was about a month ago, Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. So you need your hands away from your body, palms facing up. You're right, Nikki, can I? You want me to get you something? You're right. So every time you exhale, you're bringing your thumb to a finger. So the first one is thumb onto your index finger as you exhale, then inhale, take the thumb away. And then exhale, thumb onto the middle finger. Release on the inhale. And exhale, thumb onto the ring finger. So simple. Release on the inhale, exhale onto the little finger. And release. So combining it with mantra, so you can just say it mentally. So it's the first one is Sa, so the whole length of the exhale, thumb on the index finger, Sa, S-A. Inhale, release. T-A, Ta, middle finger. Inhale, release. Ring finger, Na. Inhale, release. And little finger, Ma, M-A. Inhale, release. So just carry on, Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. So you can be lying down, make sure the hands are comfortable and they've got support underneath them so that all you're doing is just resting the back of the hands. You can do it from sitting, hands in the lap, lying, hands on the ground, and you're just moving thumb, index finger, thumb, middle finger, thumb, ring finger, thumb, little finger. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. So perhaps joining in with some audible sounds. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Na. Ma. Next round, half the volume, so you're just whispering the sound. Na. Na. And then next round, last round, mentally repeating the sounds, but carry on with the fingers. Releasing on the inhale. Finishing with a little finger. So just noticing what this technique has done to the breathing, has done to the mind. We've got lots of things to think about, making sound or silence or whispering, and coordinating the breath with movements of touching one finger after another. Really good for the brain. I've been doing a bit of reading up about this particular chant, and it's used a lot in Kundalini yoga. And so it's very good for keeping off dementia. So I suppose we should all be doing it every day to keep our brains functioning well. So having worked with the mind and the breath, we'll now start to move the body. And we're focusing particularly on twisting and on waking up the spine. So if you have your legs up on a chair, or if you've got a block underneath your hips, just slide it away or roll away from your supports. And your arms can still be out to the side. I like to have mine out at 45-degree angle. So sometimes you have the arms going straight out like a T shape, and that can be, for me, sometimes it makes my shoulders feel a bit tight. So just dropping the shoulders down and bringing your arms further down might be better for you. So try different positions. Also trying palms down position, palms up position, see which feels best. And then with the feet and knees hip width apart, we're just going to drop the legs from side to side, rolling the head in the opposite direction. So we're using this for stretching, for opening through the abdomen, the hip, and the back. So it's exhale over to one side, head rolls over, and inhale, come back to center. So legs heavy, using the pull of gravity to drop over, and then pressing your feet into the mat, breathing in, head center, knees center. Exhale over, head over, knees over. Inhale, head center, knee center. Just checking in on how this stretching feels for the, maybe you feel it across the front of the thighs, the outside of the hip, the back, the shoulders. And you're using the exhale to soften and release, melting those strong sensations away. So poses come in several different forms. Some are like this, where you're just flopping and releasing down to the pull of gravity, using that to help stretch and open these different parts of the body. Some we're working more with control and drawing in. We'll be doing those as well. Okay, so one more round. Finishing on the opposite side to the one you started. Knees, head come back up. And then walk your feet wider. I get mine off the mat, so you might have yours just so you can feel the outside edge of your mat underneath the feet. And then drop your knees over to the left and hold there. Head drops over to the right. And just feel the difference, having the legs just a little bit wider, feet a little bit wider, knees a little bit wider. Feel the pull, feel the difference also of holding. And in a held position like this, you can just start to scan the body, noticing where you feel the stretch. And then using the breath, using the mind to tell those areas to soften, release, and let go. So you're supported by the earth beneath you. Relax down into the earth, let go. Keep working with every single breath, so every exhale, pressing the knees down, head over. And then to come up, we have a little bit of strength. So you squeeze your bottom, push your feet into the mat, pull your abdominal muscles up and in. So you are coming carefully back up to center, and then exhale, go over the other way. And just noticing the difference between the sides. So knees right, head left. Relaxing the knees over to the side, head rolling to the left, shoulders soft. Using that pull of gravity, the legs feel super heavy. Other way, Heather, that's it. Where do you feel the stretch here? Soften the breath, relax those sensations. Let go, let go. Plant your feet into the ground, squeeze your glutes. Use your abs to draw the knees back up to the center. Bring your knees into your chest, give them a hug, and squeeze them in tight. Just keep the knees tucking up and in towards the chin. And then here is another twist with the knees squeezing in. You just start to rock a little bit from side to side. So you don't have to do great big shapes. You can just do a small distance. You think about the spine, which you can probably feel on your mat. You've got big muscles either side called the erect spine. This is helping massage the back. And as you rock from one side to the other, maybe you can drop your head in the opposite direction to the knees, double twisting the spine. Using this rocking action to massage the back. Okay, so using the legs as a weight to build some strength into the core. So you keep your knees tucked in, lock the legs together, bring your arms out to the side. Again, I'm going to put mine at that 45-degree angle, palms up. As we're using a bit more strength, you might find it helps you to have your palms facing down. So you can push your hands into the mat, press your shoulders down, so feel that you've got more of a support. So with your knees tucked tight into your chest and your legs squeezing tight together, as you breathe out, keeping the knees together, the ankles together, dropping your knees over to the left, making sure the right shoulder doesn't come off the ground. Just come to a halfway point where you feel gravity is going to pull you over, tipping point, and then pull yourself back up, pulling your abdominal muscles up and in, bring the knees back to center. And exhale, go the other way. So just to that tipping point where you feel gravity is going to just drop the legs over, and then you pull up through the abs, draw up and in, come back to center. That's it. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed, chin tucking in. If it's enough to think about this, the legs going from side to side, then don't worry about the head. Just keep the head still, shoulders relaxed, hands pressing down. Exhale over, squeeze, inhale, come back up. Great, looking good. One more. finishing on the opposite side to when we started. For me, it's my right to finish on. Placing the left foot on the floor, flex the right foot and drive your right leg up towards the ceiling. Left foot there supporting you, maybe using a yoga belt or just have your hands wrapped behind the back of the right thigh. Leg straight. Inhale, extend up through the heel. And then as you exhale, draw the leg closer towards you. That's really good. Inhale, lengthen up through the heel. Exhale, draw the leg closer towards you. Shoulders relaxed, elbows down. So sometimes if you've got a belt or if you're trying to hold the leg up too high, it can bring attention into the neck and the shoulders as you're kind of reaching up. So all we want to focus on is the back of the leg, working here into the hip flexor, the crease at the front here. So if you keep the head down, shoulders relaxed, and then just focus here, just on the back of the leg, just on the back of the leg. Good. Now open the leg out to the side. So if you have a belt, you're just casting the belt out with the leg, or if you don't have a belt, I have my elbow out onto the ground and my hand then catches my leg, pressing the heel away, leg still straight, and encouraging your toes in the direction of your right ear, so lifting up. Breathing in, press out through the heel, breathing out, draw the leg up. With the bent leg, left leg, just drop that left knee out to the side. So it just encourages the left hip to stay down. That's it. Lovely. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then I'm going to give you two choices. So you can either keep the leg straight, arms out, and drop the straight leg all the way over to the left. So you're rolling all the way over. Some of you might be able to reach your left hand to your right foot, right arm down, look over the right shoulder. Option two, if you prefer, instead of the leg staying straight, you cross the right leg over the left hand onto your right knee. So with this cross leg position, just like you're sitting on a chair, you then going still over to the left, but it's less strenuous, maybe pausing halfway or maybe doing that bounce. That's it, good. So if you have the leg straight, you're encouraging your toes up to become level with the shoulder. So lifting it up, that's it, going up behind you. That makes sense. And you're still extending out through the heel, leg straight. Inhale, see if you can draw it higher up. That's it, lovely. And then bend the right leg and push your feet, both feet into the ground. Press your left arm in, left elbow into, carefully pull yourself back up. And then bring both knees in towards your chest. And this time curl your head up towards your knees as well. So you're squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Curl up and in. Head back down on the ground, right foot down, left heel up. Using a belt on the ball of the foot. Hamstring stretch, so we're waking up the back of the leg on the left side. Breathing in, press up through the heel. Breathing out, draw the toes towards your nose. Inhale, press up through the heel. Exhale, draw it in. So remember, if you're using a belt, hold the ends towards the end of the belt so you can keep the elbows down, keep the shoulders relaxed, chin tucking in, head on the ground. So the only place where the effort's happening is in the back of the left leg. Breathing in, lengthen up through the heel. Breathing out, draw the straight leg towards you. Inhale, lengthening, press away. Exhale, draw the straight leg towards you. Try and keep it straight. Then we go out to the side, maintaining that stretch through the back of the leg. So you're dropping the right knee out to the side and the left leg goes out to the left. Use your hands to catch the leg. So your elbow is on the ground. So if you haven't got a belt, that's it. Breathing in, press out through the heel. Breathing out. Sorry, breathing out, push out through the heel. Breathing in, draw the toe up. So keeping the leg straight as you can. You're settling into these strong sensations in the inner thigh, back of the leg. And then lift the leg up and over. Maybe it keeps on going and you go all the way over, or maybe you're just on the way, cross the legs. So left hooks over right thigh, and then you use your right hands to just rock the knees a little bit, left, right, or you go all the way over. That's it. So it's left shoulder down. If you have the leg straight, you're pressing out through the heel. Toes going up in the direction of the shoulder. That's it, Heather, just look at me. All the way up, there, keep going, keep going. There you go. Those of you who've got the legs straight, see if you can pull the toes further up towards the wall behind your head, above your head. And then bend the left leg, press both feet firmly into the mat, squeeze your glutes and slowly roll back up. Carefully, carefully, and then bring both knees into your chest and squeeze. Head curls up. Big flexion for the spine. And then eventually, make your way up onto all fours. So you can roll over onto your side, keeping the hips and the shoulders level. So you go all the way over. And then the hand comes down, breathe out, press, swing the knees round so that you're on all fours. So I'd like you to practice this with your eyes closed, if that's okay, just cat pose. So you all know exactly what you're doing. I'll watch you all. So you're breathing in, hollowing cat, and breathing out, tailbone tucks under, rounding cat, head down. Inhale, hollowing cat, roll the shoulders back, heart open. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Eventually coming to that rounding shape with the head dropping down. So eyes are closed for a version of yogic discipline called pratyahara, which means to shut off the sense, to withdraw in. So if we're shutting off the visual so that you can feel more. that you can follow the breath more. So you can feel on your inhale as you draw yourself up into hollowing cat. You want to be able to feel that stretch through the front of the body, nourishing the spine through the front of the body. And then as you exhale and coming into rounding cat, really feel into the whole of your back, the back of the arch, nourishing the back of the spine. So hollowing on the inhale, how does that feel? Nourishing the front of the spine. And exhale, tailbone tucks under, head down, rounding, closing the eyes, enabling to kind of really feel and visualize the shape. Lovely, just do a few more. If you're uncomfortable with the eyes closed, then move to open eyes. We're then going to the more dynamic cat pose. So if you just turn your hands slightly, so your fingers are pointing in, and that means you can bend your elbows when we go through. So you come into rounding cat, bottom goes back towards your heels, and then inhale, slide forwards, nose to the hands, and then press up. Exhale, rounding, head down, tailbone tucks under, bottom back towards the heels in that rounding shape. And then inhale, nose to the hands, press up. Exhale, round, bottom back towards the heels, stretch back. Inhale, and all the way through. Round, exhale. We're getting into that rhythm again, perhaps closing your eyes, unless you really don't want to. So the essence of the pose is that we are flexing and extending the spine, nourishing the spine. Feel how it is for your back. Enjoy that stretch back. Good. And now next time you come back, stay back, coming into swan stretch. Again, you know, your head's down so you can keep your eyes closed and your hips are going back towards your heels. Your fingers are going to the other side of your mat. So if you find it tight around the shoulders, just widen the hands a little bit so you're more of a V shape with your arms. Exhale, pressing the hips back. Inhale, stretching forwards, relax the head and shoulders. Lift the head, walk your hands over to the right. So you're using your weight to press back now through your left hip, head down. Stretching a little further through the left hand. Maybe you place your left hand on top of your right hand. That's it. Breathe into that stretch through your left side. Enjoy the opening. So if you're stretching through the waist and the hip like this and the shoulder through the left side, then that curve continues much deeper inside. So you're making space for all the organs on the left side, that left kidney, stomach, digestive system, all those vital organs, as well as creating more space to nourish the spine on this left side. So big, deep, oxygenated breaths into that left side, nourishing with the stretch and breath. Bring your hands to the left. So you feed them back through the center. They walk around to the left. Maybe the right hand's on top of the left hand. Press the hips back towards your heels and nourishing this right side, open side through breath and holding and just awareness. How often do you really think about different parts of your body? It's one of the marvelous things about yoga practice. You're bringing thoughts and therefore healing energy to different spots in the body, in particular here through the right side, including the organs through the right side, and the depth of the stretch going to the spine all through the right side. Breathing in, come back to the center, and then come back up onto all fours. The knees and hands spreading wide, leaning into the left hand. Sweep your right hand up and away, coming in to thread the needle. So we begin by pushing down into the left, reaching up with the right hand, and you keep the pressure through the left hand. You then swing the right arm underneath the left, feed the right arm all the way through. Drop your head down and your shoulder down onto the ground. And you're still pushing firmly with the left hand and pulling the left shoulder back so you can look underneath that space that you've created. Relax the right hand. Shoulder heavy, head heavy, hands heavy. Pushing through the left hand to go deeper into your twist. Lovely. And then pressing with the left hand, inhale, come all the way back up, right arm up and away. Sit, stretch. And release. Right hand back down. Lean into the right hand, feed the left hand up and away, open. Exhale, feed the left hand underneath. Head down, press through right, peep underneath. The right arm, so you're pushing through that right hand, you're letting the head feel very heavy, relax the shoulder, back of the hand heavy. Enjoy that twist through the side. And again, you know, these poses, I can see all of you are doing a great job. You could close your eyes and just sending your mind to the areas that are being stretched, breathing into, just so you're working more with sensation and awareness, expanding your awareness. Okay, press in through the right hand, slide the hand through and up and away, reach up, stretch high. Left hand down. So the next version is leaning into the left hand, reach the right arm up and away. Exhale, feed the hands underneath. You need to get the other way from the camera, so you're coming back into threading the needle. And then if you want to stretch further with this, you slide your left hand above the head, reach away. So you're leaning into the side of your head and your right shoulder and sending the right hand away and stretching the left arm up and above the head. And then if you have balance, you slide your left toes away. So you've got your left hand, it's on the floor above the head, palm down, reach away. And the left leg out behind you, pointing the toes, and your right hand is sliding underneath the arm. Left leg out, Nikki B. Good. And then to come out, bend the left knee, left hand on the ground, and inhale, feed the right arm up and away. That's twist. Right hand down, ready for the other side. We'll switch around camera so you can see. So you're leaning into the right hand. Inhale, reach the left arm up and away. Exhale, sweep the left hand underneath. And that's where we were, previous pose. You can stay there. If you want to go further, you slide the right hand away, fingers above the head, touching the floor. Get your balance. So your balance points are side of the head, shoulder, back of the left hand. Stretch the right arm away and then extend your toes out behind you. Toes on the ground. Or you could just do arm on its own to deepen the twist. Lovely. Then to come out, knee in, right hand in, press through your right hand, feed the left arm up and away, that deep twist. And release, come down. Well done. Okay, so come up onto your knees. Extra padding perhaps underneath your knees. I'm just going to fold up my mat. Like so. Hands onto your hips and extend your right leg out to the side. Choosing position for your foot, maybe toes facing forwards with the chest and the shoulders, or maybe if you can roll the foot open, then you're opening the hip as well. This is called gate pose. You're putting your right hand down on the extended leg, lifting your left arm up and away. Maybe you stay there. So getting as much lift here, pushing through the left knee, left fingers, and then gently edge yourself over to the right. So you're stretching over that extended leg. Gate pose. Inhale, come all the way up and release. They look good. Other side, exactly the same. But switch the legs over. So your right leg leaning into it, extending the left leg out. Remember, each side feels different. So how does it feel to have your toes facing forwards, hips forwards? Or if you rotate the toe out, it opens the whole of the femur, turns in the hip socket. How does that feel? Left hand down on the leg, pushing through the right knee, lift up through the right arm, extend, open, and then slide over. So you're trying to keep the hips pressing forwards. I'll do it side on so you can see me. So you're not sitting back, your hips are forwards, you slide over to try and keep that hip pressing forwards. Over you go. And inhale, pull yourself all the way up and release. Okay, so both knees on the ground. Take my socks off so you can see my feet. So I'd like you to have your toes tucked under, like so. Hips square, chest forwards, draw your arms up. Make sure your toes are tucked under. So drop your shoulders down, feed your fingers around to the right, and your right hand finds your right heel. Lean back so your fingers touch. So I've just got the tips of my fingers touching. From that position, press your hips forwards again and lift up through your heart. That's it. And now bring your left arm up, and that encourages this lift up. Or you might be able to arch back a little bit further, pressing the hips forwards, reaching the arm open. This is called the camel pose. Amazing. And then inhale, come all the way up. So you feed the arm back here, back onto all fours, and just do a quick rounding tap in between before we do the other side. Okay, so come back up, hips forwards, chest forwards, bring the arms up, drop the shoulders. Now your hands are going to the left until your left hand can just find your heels. Make sure your toes tucked under, that's it. Press the hips forwards and then reach the right arm up. So you can come straight up, or you could press the hips forwards and arch back. Fantastic. And then to come out, drop the right arm, lift up the left arm to join it, hands on the floor, and come into rounding cat. Hollowing, open. Exhale, tailbone tucks under and round. Okay, so we're going to come to sitting now. So just swing your legs round, slide my mat back out. You might want to sit on a block or two, legs out straight. And then lean to one side, get hold of your bottom and pull out the flesh, pull your bum out so that you're finding your sitting bones, and that helps lengthen your hamstrings. Then you roll onto the other side, get hold of the bottom and pull. Sitting tall, hands to your heart, and we're going to fold forwards over the legs. So sounds simple. We're going to pause at the top, take a big breath in, reach up, stop there. Press down through your sitting bones, flex your feet, push through your heels. Lengthen up to your ceiling, reach away, reach away, reach away. And then just come forwards about halfway. So your movement comes from your hips, as if someone's pressing you from your lower back and you're hinging forwards. So you're trying to avoid shortening through the front of the body. You want to keep as much length as you can. Those of you that got very tight hamstrings or feel it in the back, you're better to bend your legs. So you come forwards halfway, and then we keep going forwards and fold over the legs, but without rounding too much. Length and lift, halfway point, keep that length, and then reach, 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 and fold. And if you've got a yoga belt, you can pop that around your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Back into that arms up position to get length to the spine, nourishing the spine, stretching. Exhale, hands to your heart. Slide in your right leg. Cross your right leg over the straight left leg, and you're placing your foot as close to the left hip as you can. Squeeze in. Making sure you haven't rolled. So the best thing to do is to use your right hand on the knee, left hand on top, and then pull yourself forward. So you're bringing your heart to the knee, draw up. Keep a hold of the right leg with the right arm, and then bring your left hand behind you. Keep squeezing your right leg in towards you. Nikki, B, other arm. So right leg, other arm, that's it. That's all right. So left shoulder pulls behind. Maybe you turn, look behind you, and keep a tight grip of the right leg, drawing the right knee in, lift up, flex the foot. Breathing in, grow tall, lengthen, lift. Exhale, squeeze to the left, lovely. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, squeeze round to the left. Looking very graceful. Inhale, come all the way out. Switch the legs over. Right is the straight one. Slide the left leg up and in. Crossing over. Left hand on top of the arm, of the leg, right hand. Bring the chest, that's it. And then round with the right hand behind you. So you're squeezing in with left, pulling the right shoulder back, maybe turning your head, looking behind. Breathing in, lengthen, lift, straight spine, exhale, squeeze round. Looking good. Keeping the right leg, the foot of the right leg flexed out. Lengthen, lift, inhale. Squeeze, exhale. Inhale, coming all the way out and untangle the leg. Okay, so we're moving on to our pose of the week, Rishi pose. So it's a twist again, but you're bringing your legs to the right. So who does this? The Chancellor. I wish you'd seen that. Wonder if he does. Sitting on a block might be quite a good idea if you find it challenging. So you just, I'll do that way. So Nikki, legs to the right. So you're tucking the bridge of your left foot underneath the shin of your right leg. And then turn your chest to face your right knee and bring your arms behind you. And I like to, I mean, you could just place the hands like so, but I like to open the arms so that every movement is doing something for you. So in this case, nourishing the shoulders as you draw them back. So chest faces the right knee, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift your heart and lean back. Pull up through the heart, just as we were doing in the camel pose, that idea of lifting up through the heart, the chin. Squeeze, squeeze. Very good, release. Let go, swing your legs the other way around. So just lean behind, feet swing to the left, point the toes. Again, back with the arms. So we're doing it twice, starting just with the back bend version. Shoulders squeeze together and lift the heart. Very good. Pulling up through the heart, lifting up through the chin. Fabulous. Then coming all the way out. Okay, so toes, lean back, swing the toes round to the right. So some of you may be able to, instead of the foot being underneath, so I have my left foot underneath the right shin, you'd bring the right foot on top into half lotus. So for this, see how you feel. You need quite open ankle joints, and also it's got to feel, keep your knees happy as well. So if it's uncomfortable, then that's why we do the tucking underneath instead. Okay, so your toes are to the right, either one on top or one underneath. You're turning your chest to face the left knee, and you're putting your right hand on the left. So you've got this diagonal shape, right hand, left knee. The left hand up and away comes behind you. Pull the left shoulder back behind you, perfect. And then use your right hand to push into the left knee, press away. Left hand, you walk it further around behind you, so that encourages the twist. And then lifting into the back bend, so heart open, lift open, squeeze around. Breathe here. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind, heart open, chin up, squeeze. And then soften, release, switch the legs around the other way. So lean into the hands behind you, switch the legs the other way around. So toes to the left, either tucking the right foot underneath, arch of the foot nestled into the shin, or if your knees feel happy with it, you're coming into half lotus. Turning your chest to face the right knee. Left hand is at that diagonal across. Left hand onto the right knee. Right arm. Start with the hands in front, fingers point away, and then feed the right arm up and around, hand behind you. Squeeze the right shoulder back. Left hand pushes down into the right knee. Lift up through the heart, lift up through the chin, tailbone tucking under. Breathe here. Perfect. Nick, your hand's perfect, but just put it on the other knee. That's it, that's it. And then press down. Roll the right shoulder back. Rishi pose. And soften. Untangle the arms, untangle the legs. Well done. Looking good, everybody. So get on some extra layers. We've got a few minutes left for some rest. Socks on, blankets over you. And we're going to finish as we began with sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. So we start with the sound. Actually, let's start with just the movement. So whenever you're ready, very simple. On each exhale, you bring your thumb to your finger. So the pads just touch. Get close to the screen so you can see. So sa, ta, middle finger. Na, ring finger. And ma for the little finger. So then we'll do some with sound. Sa, ta, na, ma. Half the sound. Sa, ta, na, ma. Mentally repeating the sound. And then the movement and no sound. Taking the contact away. And just let yourself be still for a moment. Perhaps you still hear the mental repetition of sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Using the sound of the bowl to bring you back round. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, deepen your breath, and coming up to sitting when you're ready. Slowly, maybe rolling over onto your side, pause there. If you're at home, of course, you can stay for longer. Hands to your heart. Take a big breath in, sweep up and away. And exhale, hands to the heart and bow forwards. Place your hands onto your heart, press them in, take a big breath into your heart space. With deep love and respect, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. With deep love and respect, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, those of you at home. It's going to stop the recording.